Hey guys, welcome back to our family nest. So today we are going to be doing episode number 11 of my reading my old pregnancy journals. I'm on my very last one. I'm on Karli's pregnancy journal, and I think we might actually wrap this series up today. We'll see how far we get and how long it takes, but we're just gonna jump right in. If you missed any of the previous episodes, for some reason, if this video popped up on your screen, if you want to, you can go back and watch all of the other episodes or pick and choose which ones you might want to watch. But right now we're on baby number 4, Karli's entry, and I am pregnant with her currently. So February 12th, 2004. I'm sitting here in the doctor's office waiting for my appointment. I already had my first appointment where I had my ultrasound a month ago. It went really well. There was only one baby and the measurements were right on schedule. The doctor told me that my C-section won't be scheduled until after 39 weeks. They used to do them after 38 weeks, and I guess some babies were being born too soon. Now that I am almost 14 weeks, most of my first trimester symptoms are almost over. I had nausea pretty bad there for a while, but as long as I ate, I felt fine. I have been really tired and I go to bed much earlier than I used to. I think your daddy likes that a lot because I actually go to bed when he does now. I finished with my appointment. Now I'm getting ready for bed. My appointment went fine. My pregnancies have always been pretty uneventful, which is a good thing. My next appointment is in 5 weeks and I will be getting my ultrasound. Your dad still does not want to find out the sex of the baby, meaning he doesn't want to know if you are a boy or a girl yet. I want to find out. I gained 5 pounds so far and I'm in a pouty mood today. I'll write later when I feel better. All right, Wednesday, February 25th, 2004. Wiggle worm, it's called. I'm feeling the bean. Oh, apparently I called her bean too. I'm feeling the bean move already. At first I thought I must be crazy because it's sort of early, but I have felt the same thing about 5-6 times now. Every time it has been at night around 8 p.m. when I'm vegging in my chair and watching TV. It feels like a tiny little wiggle and I never feel it more than once at a time. Could this really be my bean moving already? I'm 16 weeks on Saturday. I felt Andrew move around 16 weeks, Blake around 19, and Chase around 17. Seems possible, but so strange. I love this part of pregnancy. It seems odd because I don't feel that pregnant yet, although last night I told Ken that I am bummed that it is too uncomfortable to sleep like I normally do. I like to lay on my side, more on my belly, and a little on my hip, but it hurts after just a few minutes. Time for some adjustments, including accepting the fact that I have to start wearing maternity clothes. March 11th, worrywart. If you look up the definition of worrywart, you would probably see my picture. I seem to get really stressed this stage of pregnancy. I'm in my 18th week and I don't feel all that pregnant. I think I feel movements, but not all that often. Maybe I'm making them up. I'm currently getting comments such as, "You don't look pregnant." That could be a good thing, I suppose, but right now, when I am wondering if I am in fact even pregnant at all. Sure, I was pregnant, but am I still pregnant? Everywhere you turn, you read or hear stories of pregnancy loss, a heartbeat not found, or even worse. I don't want to know about this stuff right now. I want to hear about births and baby kicks and contractions. I know, call me selfish. I lay in bed at night feeling my belly. Sometimes I feel a nice lump, other times it feels like a jello pool. I know this is normal, but it still doesn't ease my mind. I know my belly has grown because my non-prego jeans will not button anymore, but I swim in my maternity clothes. My shirts look like tents and my pants fall down. I live in sweatpants and t-shirts. Before I got in the shower this morning, I actually thought to weigh myself, something I really haven't done in a while. Why bother? I weigh the same thing I did a month ago. Now tell me, is that supposed to be reassuring? I just ate about 10 Oreo cookies and drank 2 glasses of milk before bed. Where did they go? I only have a few more days before the big ultrasound. Monday at 10 a.m. I will be at the doctor's office crossing my fingers that the tech finds a healthy 8-week baby swimming away, heart beating, and in a position to show mommy and daddy if it's a boy or a girl. I have decided to find out only if the tech is absolutely sure about the sex. If the baby doesn't cooperate or is hiding its goods, then I will consider that meant to be, and I promise myself I won't be upset. I can't wait until Monday so all the stress and countless hours spent worrying about the baby, the sex, and all can come to a stop. Yeah, right, like I'm gonna stop worrying. All right, April 2nd, 2014. It's a girl. We found out the sex of the baby. Your dad decided to leave it up to me. Finally, I'm going to have a daughter. When they did the ultrasound, the tech knew immediately that you were a girl because you had your legs spread wide open. She asked us what we had at home, and when we told her 3 boys, she said, "If I tell you it's a girl, will you name her after me?" And we laughed, and then it finally clicked in my mind that she was telling us that you were a girl. I sat up and hugged the tech and then hugged your dad. I couldn't believe it. My dream has finally come true. I have done some shopping already too. So much fun to finally buy baby girl clothes for my child instead of a gift for someone else. I can't get the nursery ready because Chase has been in the crib and probably will stay in there for at least another 6 months. I have a 3D ultrasound scheduled for May, and I can't wait to see you again and make sure that you're still a girl. I have to mention that I have cleaned up more puke this pregnancy than ever in my life. Your brothers each had the stomach flu. Gross. It has not been fun at all. Well, right now we are about to leave the place where your brother got his tonsils out, and I have been feeling lots better and really cannot believe you are a girl. I'm so excited. Your being in my life is going to complete our family just perfectly. XOXO mom. Okie dokie. Saturday, April 24th. 6 months and counting. I can't believe I'm 6 months already. Some days I feel like it, but mostly it feels like it has flown by. I'm starting to really feel pretty big at times, but I am carrying Karli so much lower than I did any of the boys. Usually by this time I am gasping for air and feeling like my ribs are going to burst. It is getting harder to carry Chase, especially up the stairs, but I do it and then take a break to catch my breath. I have been trying to walk or ride my bike every day. The weather here has still been lingering around 50 degrees most days. Only 15 more weeks to go. My C-section will most likely be on August 10th. That is if Miss Karli doesn't decide to make an early appearance. I have never gone into labor on my own, so I doubt it, but you know how girls can be unpredictable. Oh, Tuesday, May 11th, ultrasound. My 3D 4D ultrasound went perfect. Well, except for little Miss Karli not wanting to move around so we could get a clear shot of her face. We got several really good side profile views though, and all the important crop shot. Karli is still Karli and not Carl. It is starting to sink in a little more, yet it still feels like a dream. I cannot wait to meet my little girl. I try to imagine what she's going to look like. Will she have lots of hair, or will my girl be my first baldie? The technician said that she's about 2 pounds, which is pretty much average, but if anything, she's on the small side. It sure doesn't look like it with those chubby cheeks and thighs. This particular photo, in case you can't tell, is a side profile. The upper left-hand corner is her face, and she has her arm wrapped around her leg, her knee and elbow almost meeting in the center of the photo. May 25th, 28 weeks. Another month already? I have to start seeing my doctor every 2 weeks now. It doesn't seem possible that I am at this point in my pregnancy already. My appointment yesterday, my doctor told me that the report from the place where I got my 3D ultrasound showed that the baby was big. At the ultrasound, the tech told me Karli was about 2 pounds and she was average. So I'm not sure why my doctor would say that. But then my doctor measured me, and sure enough, she said I'm measuring a little big. Not like I need to worry since I know I'm having a C-section, but I thought that was odd. I have gone from Andrew being 9 pounds, Blake was 8 pounds, and Chase was 6 pounds 15 ounces. So take your pick. Saturday, June 5th, 2004. Around this stage of pregnancy, I find that everyone I run into asks me the same question. Are you anxious to have the baby? Are you ready for the pregnancy to be over? Normally, yes. The daily acid reflux, the nighttime leg cramps, the tummy tightness, the back aches, the swollen feet, and the list goes on. Sure, none of it is a picnic, But I am not rushing this at all. I am enjoying carrying Karli around right where she is at. I love sitting in my chair with Blake by my side and we watch Karli do acrobats in my tummy. He gets so excited when he sees the really big movements. It's so cute to hear him call the baby his sister. Chase pretty much just picks at my belly button, which is sticking out at the top. He doesn't have a clue that he's no longer going to be the baby in the family. Andrew's biggest concern is making sure I am done having babies after this. Just the other day, he asked me if I'm going to get that shot after I have the baby so I can't have any more. If only it was that easy. Saturday, June 19th. My sister's letting me borrow her bassinet. Even though the bassinet is blue and I would love for it to be pink and frilly, it's still very, very cute. And it matches my living room. When I brought it home and put it in my den, it hit me that there's going to be a baby in there soon. I keep wondering about how I'm going to feel the day my daughter is born. Not like a baby girl is any different than a baby boy, but will I feel different in some way? Will Ken feel different? I have also thought about how nice it will be to not have to go through the whole circumcision thing. I can't wait to smell her, nurse her, cuddle her, kiss her, and last but not least, dress her. Her closet is already filling up quickly. It is a mixture of stuff that I have bought new, very little, gifts from both grandmas, who have both already bought quite a bit, and clothes that I've borrowed from my sister and some items that I have bought off eBay, mostly Gymboree because I have become obsessed with it. I have already bought a few girly blankets and bibs, can't have all blue ones, and some hair stuff too. What did you expect from a mommy to 3 boys? I refer to the last couple of months of pregnancy as the beginning of the countdown. Up until now it was how many weeks am I? Now it is how many weeks do I have left? Ken will say, are you ready for the wah, wah, wah? Insert his baby cry again. It always cracks me up that his first thought is the crying and that he can imitate a baby so well. Ready or not, Karli's going to be here in less than 2 months. Ken is accompanying me to my next doctor appointment because we have a little dilemma with the date of my C-section. Since I have had Chase, the doctors in the group have made a rule that they will not perform any scheduled C-sections before you are 39 weeks. It used to be 38. I had Chase 10 days before my due date and Blake was born 7 days early. The nurse called me last week to schedule my surgery for any time before August 5th per the doctor's orders. We set it up for Tuesday, August 10th at 8:30, but we were not happy with the date. Our other choice was Friday, August 13th. I shied away from that being it is 2 days before my due date and I know I will be miserable by then, and Ken said no since it was Friday the 13th. Guess he's superstitious. So my husband is going to go to my appointment with me and we're going to beg and plead with my doctor to deliver Karli Thursday, August 5th in the afternoon. We were told that so far her schedule is open during that time. It would be 10 days before my due date, so let's hope she will budge. Ken thinks that I won't put my foot down, so of course he has to go to stand up to my doctor. The vision of this is kind of funny because my doctor comes off as very quiet, timid, and somewhat shy person, and here's my husband, Mr. Sales Manager, and he's going to, quote, tell her like it is. Should be interesting. I do agree with him 100% though. This would allow for him to be home with the kids while I'm in the hospital rather than trying to arrange for a babysitter, but yet still allowing him to be home with me for an entire week once I bring Karli home. A Tuesday just won't work out the same way. If we get our way, we will be leaving the office with smiles on our faces and thoughts of baby Karli being here in 6 weeks. Okay, Wednesday, June 23rd. All right, photo time. I'm getting to the point that I don't want to share pics of my belly anymore, but I guess I will finish what I started. I feel like ick. All you women out there that have been pregnant before know what I mean. I have reached the point where I feel like a fat slab. Nothing looks good or feels good for that matter. My face is getting chubbier by the bite. I mean day. Deep down, I love my belly because it is my daughter and they're growing away, but at the same time, I keep thinking about all this fat that I will be left with once again afterwards. I have never been one to bounce back into my regular clothes. It didn't help that today when we watched some home videos of Blake and Chase when they were born. My goodness. I hated seeing myself on the TV. The double chin, the huge boobs, the flabby belly, ugh. This is where part of me that is so glad that this will be my last time gaining all this weight and can finally lose it with the hopes of really keeping it off. The other part of me will miss feeling this way. having another life inside of me, feeling the kicks, punches, and rolls from side to side. Karli has been the most active out of all of my pregnancies. Maybe she will take dance classes just like her mommy. Friday, June 25th. It's official. Karli Reese will be born via C-section on August 5th around 11:30 a.m. We got the date that we wanted without too much convincing. The doctor explained the risks to us of a premature baby since it is 10 days before my actual due date. She acted as though she was telling us these things because she had to, not that she believed that there would be a problem. Some of the risks with C-section: harm to me, the baby, possible injury to organs, etc. A lot of bad info to swallow, but I know it is all routine for them to go over the good and the bad. My belly measured big again at my appointment yesterday. The doctor said it is really no big deal. It could just be the way I'm carrying the baby. She mentioned that if it continues, she might want to take a look at an ultrasound. I really think that this is the way that I'm carrying her because I stick out all forward, nothing on the sides at all. I'm sticking with my original guess that Karli will be about 7.5 pounds. 6 more weeks minus 1 day. Can you believe it? All right, July 11th. My pelvic bone has been hurting so bad at night. Just on the left side though. Every time I move in my sleep, it wakes me up. I haven't been sleeping good at all, and last night I broke down because I couldn't get comfortable and kept feeling like I couldn't breathe. Almost like I was claustrophobic or something. Ken comforts me and reminds me only a few more weeks, but that is so painful. Sleepless nights when you think of it being added on to the pain that I will have for a couple of weeks after Karli is born too. I'm not complaining either. I just feel crappy. I am still beyond grateful and can't wait to hold my baby girl. July 19th. I swear it feels like Karli is going to burst right out of my belly. Today at the doctor's office, I was told that I'm going to have a big baby. Really? I couldn't have guessed that on my own. Ha! Her movements hurt more than any of the boys did. I asked if it could be the fact that she's just laying a certain way that makes her movements more intense, but the doctor just laughed and said that she believes Karli is going to be a big girl. Her guess is that she's at least 7 pounds now, and with 2 weeks to go, she will most likely be in the mid 8-pound range. All of this speculation, of course. She could end up being a 6-pounder like Chase. I felt like I was bursting at the seams with Andrew, and they told me that he was at least 8 to 9 pounds, and sure enough, he was 9 pounds. Since I'm having a C-section, it doesn't affect anything anyways. Basically just drives me batty with rough movements for the next 2 weeks. I have been having a lot of contractions. Yesterday I had at least 4 per hour, if not more, for about 3 hours. I have pretty much focused on how the books say. If you can talk through the contractions, it's not a real one. But from what I was told today, I need to keep track of them more closely, and if they ever get 5 minutes apart for at least an hour straight, then I need to call the doctor and go to the hospital. They don't want me waiting too long since I would still have a C-section even if I went into labor on my own. Crap, I have been having some bad contractions while I'm typing this. Karli doesn't like me being on the computer already. They get really bad at night, making sleeping a real chore. I feel like I'm going to make it to my August 5th date, but just in case, I have things ready for the most part. I brought some blankets and diapers down from the nursery and put them in the bassinet basket. The car seat is cleaned and ready to go. My bag is packed except for the clothes I am wearing and somewhat undecided on Karli's going home outfit. Secretly, I think it would be fun to have my water break or go into labor on my own. I was induced with my first, which led to a C-section after 16 hours. My second and third were both scheduled C-sections, which is what I want what is best for Karli, but I am ready whenever she is. All right, guys, I think we're going to end there, and then the final video of the series, which will be next week, will be Karli's birth story, and then we will be wrapping up the series. So thank you guys for listening. I appreciate it, and we will see you next week. Bye.